The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
Good morning, everyone. Morning. What in the blue heaven is wrong with me? Welcome to a brand new episode of 5-Minute Warning. It's your boy Ruben up in the house. It's interesting because I thought we had other people up here, but there they coming. Here they come. What's up, Mo B?
What up, man?
How you living, sir?
Hey, man, I'm here.
Yeah. What happened? What happened to the big G in the background?
I mean, look, I got the G right there. We don't relocate it, man. We don't.
Oh, okay.
See,
All right.
see?
Yeah, you in a new spot.
Yeah, I mean, same spot, new spot.
Well, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Well, like I was saying, welcome to the brand new episode of 5-Minute Warning. And of course, you know, just like on CPT time, that's how we do. What's going on, AG?
Yo, man, I just want to be, since this is the 200th episode, I want to be 200 seconds late. What do you think?
Yeah.
Huh?
Jesus.
No?
That
didn't work.
You sound like the woman from the Cheesecake Factory now.
Oh, we're going to talk about that today, sir.
Oh, man, I know we were.
Oh, man. I mean, Instagram gives me an endless supply of hey, ladies. I'm just saying.
Well, for the third time, welcome to a brand new episode of 5-Minute Warning. As you can read at the bottom, this is number 200. And it's also our 4th anniversary. Somehow it all worked up in the same time, same area. We linked it up. It was nice like that. But yeah, man.
I just want to, before you get started, the whole 4-year thing blows my. No, this is not going to be crazy. I just wanted to let y'all know I appreciate y'all. I have never spent 4 years with with a bunch of dudes that I have that I don't work with. It's been a lot of fun, y'all. Appreciate you.
Well,
and before Moby says it, this is not my swan song either. I am not leaving the show.
Well, that's good. I would have hoped you would have told me before, you know.
No, I just leave and never come back and just roast you.
That's some Moby shit right there.
He would not do that.
What?
He wouldn't ghost nobody.
Nah.
He would be like the dude on Harlan Nights though.
I tell people on the phone. Look I ain't never coming home again. Take it easy.
Exactly. Now that is a Moby thing. He would absolutely do that.
Well, good stuff, man. Hey, I guess 4th anniversary. Wow, 4 years. That's
like college, bro.
I know, right? I feel like we're almost graduating. I don't know from what, but
you hadn't graduated?
It took me like 9 years to graduate. So
but
I'm on the extended program.
You had adulthood on that way.
Yeah, man. Sometimes sometimes you gotta do it that way because you know school ain't cheap out here. So
it is not. It is not.
You gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, man. 4 years, bro. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate those who listen. I'll talk a little more about that later at the end of the show. And once again, number 200. You know, kind of shocked. You know,
why are you shocked? Help me understand why you're shocked.
I'm always shocked, man, because sometimes I don't expect to get to the next day, much less 200 days or 200 episodes.
Days.
200 days. But nah, man, this is awesome. You know that we made it that far. So, there are a lot of podcasts that don't go 50 episodes.
There are some podcasts that have one episode.
Yeah, and then just
never
like,
to be heard from again.
Out. Yeah. So, the fact that, we did, like, on record, there's legit 200 5-minute warning episodes.
Yes.
That's, forever.
Yes.
Unless they scrub the digital landscape. 200.
You are here until heaven meets earth again. I promise you,
right.
You will be.
Yeah. So, but that's not a shout out to me. That's a shout out to everybody who listens to the podcast. Because without them, there is no me, and there is no AG. Well, in a podcast is, and right now there is no Mo B because he left us. So I don't know what's up with that. But also no Mo B. So once again, I'd like to start off by saying I appreciate the love. Thanks for sticking with us and stuff like that. And hey, man, the hope is that we can. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, man, you got to tell everybody in your house to stop using the internet.
Nah, man. That was user error right there. That had nothing to do with the people in the house.
User error.
Look, he's honest about it, though. Because I would have been people in the house. I'd have been like, man, I told these kids to get the hell off their phone.
Nah, man. Nah, that was me.
They're supposed to be in bed now, man. What the hell?
I was trying to reject the software update to my computer and I accidentally hit do it right now.
Oops.
Yeah, so
that's fun. But yeah, so once again, we'll get into a little bit of that later. Yo, man, we're just gonna go ahead and start this party. AG, man. So, well, let me explain, I guess, a little bit. For number 200, I decided that we're going to take it back a little bit. We're going to do some segments we haven't really done in a while. And then some stuff that we always do. But the one of the two segments that we haven't done in a while, the first by AG, we haven't had a Hey Ladies in months.
No, we have not.
So
we have other things happening.
I'm not even going to front. I'm almost excited to see what the hell AG got to talk about. But I think we already know because the internet never loses and idiots will always be idiots on the internet. So let's give us a Hey Ladies, AG.
Well, first of all, I want to before I even get started on any of the subjects that I want to talk about with the Hey Ladies, people listening to this is not most women. Instagram is like the least real place I hang out on a daily basis. However, there is some stuff out there you need to watch out for because just because it's not in great number doesn't mean it's not true. Two things can happen at the same time that are true or false. So everybody knows about the Cheesecake Lady. Everybody knows about.
We can't assume everybody knows about.
Okay, that's true. This is what you're doing, so I'm gonna ride with you. Everybody doesn't know about the Cheesecake Lady, but most people that hang out in Instagram for any amount of time probably do. So I'll say
Instagram, Twitch, everything,
whatever. So first of all, the total context with this. The dude made reservations to a restaurant that was to her standards. But she was so trifling, she was late. So the reservation was ruined. His B plan was most people's A plan, which was a Cheesecake Factory. I have spent $90 for two people at Cheesecake Factory. Place is not cheap.
That ain't my A plan. That's for damn sure.
I'm just saying. Because I could have just took you to Red Lobster and tell you have biscuit, have a nice day. You're the one that ruined this. But she refused to get out of the car. She was too good to eat at Cheesecake Factory. Now, again, I want to let people know where I stand with Cheesecake Factory. I think Cheesecake Factory is wonderful. I think it's a great place to eat, whether you're on a date or whether you're with family, whatever it is. The food is always good. The cheesecake is the bomb. They got too many choices, and the portions, as far as I know, are still large. So, how in the world you're not paying for anything? This is a free meal to you. You don't have anything to offer. You don't have any obligation. You ain't got to give up no booty. You don't have to do anything. but you're too good to let this man try to take you out after you ruined the date that he had. Y'all help me with that. First of all, before you get started, this is not the only thing I got going, but help me with this. Mo B has his hand raised. Yes, Mr. B.
I have a few things.
Okay.
One, I'm pretty sure the whole scenario was staged.
Okay.
And I have some choice evidence as to why I know it was staged. So in the set video, he gets out of the car to come let her out. And then she rolls the window down.
Okay.
So the only way that is possible is if the keys are still in the car. So why would he have got out of the car with the car still running to let her out? And then you might say, hey, well, my windows will let me do it even when I take the key out. And you're right. Some vehicles do. But as soon as you open the driver's door and shut it, it will not then let you roll the window back up, which she did at the end of the video.
True.
Second of all, it had to be staged because she said a sentence in there that no matter how delusional I think some women actually are about their self-worth, she made a statement, how you going to take a woman that looks like me, the Cheesecake Factory? And all I could see was, why the fuck does this nickel think she's a dime? Because I didn't see anything spectacular about her that would suggest that I need to do some extra magical shit for her on a date. I mean, she looked like a moderately attractive woman. I mean, I can walk down the street and throw a rock and hit 6 chicks that look better than her. So I don't understand. Like, it was just, way just no self-awareness. But then again, social media does have a lot of nickels not knowing their self-worth. And look, it's okay if you're a nickel and not a dime. Nickel spend. You have value. And, women are always saying you got to know your value. Know your value. Yes, you have value. But sometimes y'all don't actually know what the value is. And as somebody once said, you're worth whatever somebody will pay for you. So, I mean, if that prostitute was too good to get out and go to Cheesecake Factory, hey, maybe she's a high-class hoe. That's cool.
So let me help you out on one of those things.
First of all, hold up, Ruben. I just like how he addresses something. He just let us know it's fake.
It's fake.
Go ahead, man.
So if from what I can tell, like, I mean, the whole car thing, I feel you. It's possible. But I would say this. I think he was letting her out at the front of the Cheesecake Factory. So then he could then either A, take the car and park it, or B, valet the vehicle. So, because at some Cheesecake Factories, such as in Virginia Beach, they do have valet, which, to be perfectly honest with you, that's kind of beast mode for Cheesecake Factory. I don't be spending money like that, but it is what it is. At least not my money. Let's put it out there. I mean, but I feel you. It could seem fake. I mean, but you are right, And I think the issue is, to agree with you, it's not that they don't have value. They just don't know how valuable they are.
Once again, you got to know your actual worth, not what you hope, not what you hope somebody will give for you. You got to be realistic.
Yeah, and you know what? You're right. She is a strong nickel.
And here's the thing: based on the conversation they were having, it didn't seem like they had been together for a long time. So you ain't got no equity. You ain't built up no sentimental value in this nigga's life. Like, he's like, first of all, if I want to take a chick to the Cheesecake Factory and she refuses to get out the car for that, I'm calling the police. Get this bitch out of my car.
Yes, most definitely. You thought it was embarrassing before.
And then I'm going to find some random chick walking down the street. Hey, would you like to come to the Cheesecake Factory and eat? We ain't got to do no date shit, but I'd already planned on taking this ungrateful bitch to the Cheesecake Factory. So maybe you'll actually appreciate the meal. And she can watch us. She can watch us eat it. And she can find her way home.
Word.
I disagree with the equity thing, because a lot of women have equity without any time just because of how men approach the situation. You already have equity.
You're worth what somebody will pay.
Well, yeah. And if he's willing to do that, she has instant equity.
Well, and from what I understand, this dude has been trying to take her out. And then one day, I guess he finally broke the wall down after probably like very too long. And she said yes. And then she acts like that. Bitch. Like
he need friends, man.
Well, I mean, but here's the thing.
He need friends to be like, hey, bro, this $100 you about to spend on this chick will be much better served you ordering some food, sitting at your crib, and masturbating. Because that's the only way you're gonna bust a nut from this whole thing.
He said masturbating.
That's true.
It's the only way you're gonna bust a nut from this thing. And look, and then you ain't got to worry about her performing bad. Because I mean, you know how to get you off.
Truth.
But you know what? Here's the other thing. Let's flip it a little bit. Hey, man, this dude just may have gotten a whole bunch of new hoes because, well, hold on,
because they don't respect him.
Exactly, they don't respect it.
Well, see, which is crazy because, like, at the very least, these hoes can get a free meal out of them.
Every woman can get a free meal out of it. They're not going to respect it.
Well,
they're not going to respect any man that would do what he did, whether it's fake or not. Especially the double down show that they made up because they invited a third party to this whole thing later on. That I saw this like earlier last week, and she doubled down on everything. She's like, you know,
because
my friends say if I went to Cheesecake Factory, I'm like,
well, we got to stick together.
I'm just saying. It's just like I said, man. No woman's gonna respect this guy because I was that guy, and so I understand that. It's like no woman's gonna respect until you are able to. Like Mo B said, you don't really have that kind of value. I'm not really doing this. So I'll spend a little bit of the money or not, you know, to get you an Uber home to be polite. But if I'm a real dude, just get out of my car.
Whoa. Hold on, player.
What?
So she do all this bullshit to you, and you gonna pay for an Uber to take her ass?
All I'm saying is
she can find her own damn way home.
Okay, I just said there was a range, Ruben. I said there was a range.
Yeah, Ruben, I respect how you just went cold blooded on it for a second, but I also think there's a bit of honor as a guy that you should just have about yourself, and that is like no matter how shitty these hoes are, I'm not about to step outside the little bit of chivalry Yolanda Brown put in me. If I took this hoe from her house and she went out and acted all, you know, hoe like, I'm gonna make sure she get back to her house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you need a ride? I can get you one. I can call one for you. I mean, you can't get my shit no more, but I'll make sure you get home.
And make sure you have recording of all this, so when she comes back and said he left me for dead, then you have recording says, "Can I get you an Uber?" And have her saying no. Just to make sure you cover yourself, because I promise you it'll come back on you.
But you're right,
you just can't kick her out, bro. And like I said, I gave you a range. I was like, either you can put her out right now and be done with it, or you can get her an Uber and just be done with it that way.
All I know is,
I mean, he could have been real cold and been like, all right, let's go to some fancy restaurant then. Drove her to the restaurant, got there, got out the car, got to the table, said, hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom. Get into his car and drive off and send her a text and be like, I took you to a nice place. Hope you can get home.
Super petty. This is the same dude. This is the same dude who's going to buy a right-wheel drive car and drive backwards through Wendy's.
Yo, here's the thing.
It's still petty.
It is. But here's the thing.
Extremely.
I'm glad that when I was out in these streets really dating, I was broke. Because, you know, everybody says it ain't tricking if you got it. And I think that's such a stupid thing because you can't trick if you ain't got it.
Not at all.
So I never could be that guy in this situation because she'd have been like, you going to take me to Burger King? Yes, because that's really all I can afford right now. And either you're going to be cool with it or you're going to be hungry.
Truth.
But, you know, here's the thing, man. Hold on a second. Hold on. I need to go back to the earlier thing.
Okay.
Look, man, I feel very confident when I make the statement that Shirley Brown would have 100% been like, yeah, that hoe got to go.
I don't believe that.
You're crazy in your face.
I don't believe Aunt Shirley would have said,
man. She wouldn't have said no. She would have said it much nicer and much more church like. But she'd have been like, she didn't want to get out and take her. Well, she need to go home.
Remind me to ask Aunt Shirley that Christmas.
Please ask her that,
because I don't believe that she wouldn't condemn you for putting a woman out and just driving off. I don't believe that she would go for that. If
she did that, you best believe it, man.
Man, look, Yolanda Brown would be like, make sure that heifer get home.
Man, whatever.
That's it. Look, make sure that heifer get home. Make sure that heifer get home.
Make sure that that young lady.
Make sure that heifer
not even hussy.
Nah, make sure that
heifer get home.
Nope. Hey, look,
see, what Yolanda Brown would have done is exactly what Shirley Brown would have did. You know, she needs to be cut out of you like a cancer, but you need to take her home, or at least make sure she's safe, or offer her safety getting home. I'm just saying.
Look at Black Morticia Adams coming up big. Her name's Shirley. Enough said. Ain't about to play with that tramp. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm telling you, I would be shocked and amazed if Aunt Shirley was like that, bro.
I mean,
she would. I
can't speak for Shirley.
You. Huh?
I can't speak for Shirley, but I know Yolanda. See, Yolanda Brown would say, make sure that heifer gets home on time. Yo-Yo would be like, why the fuck you even go get her?
Exactly. Because in the grand scheme of things, all this shit may happen, but Shirley's about her sons, man. And, you know, disrespect is not cool in the family. And if you want to disrespect, I mean, you get what you get.
I understand that, man, but disrespect is still, it's not cool.
Is that really disrespect after that moment?
It kind of is, bro.
It really is.
Man. Look, man, it is, man. And here's the thing, man. Like, I'm not trying to be holier than thou, but like, as a guy, there's a standard of bare minimum chivalry that you have to extend to these women, even if you're not quite sure that they women. Like, even if they may be garden utensils, if they may be common whores, if they may be promoting prostitution, there's a certain level of chivalry as a guy that you have to extend to these hoes, just so you can still be comfortable in you being a male.
I mean,
and that's just how my mom operated. My mom, you know that old song, "Treat Her Like a Lady," and then you say a whole bunch of hoe ass shit, but you still supposed to treat her like a lady. But yeah, you say at the end of the day, you treat her like a lady until she get home, and then don't deal with that heifer no more. Like,
I mean, and I hear you, you know, and hopefully that never happens to me. But if I gotta call the cops, it's cancel Christmas.
Call the cops? What are you talking about?
Oh, she won't get out the car? There will be police call.
Yeah,
I'm not putting my hands on her.
Well, we weren't talking about that, but it's specifically, yes, if she doesn't get out of your car, you need to call the cops. But still, there's a respectful way to call the cops on her too. What I'm saying to you is, I'm not gonna respond. That's almost like saying if a woman.
Hey, Ruben, there's a respectful way to call the cops. As a guy who's had to call the cops on a female before.
That's very true.
Coming out now.
As a guy who's had to call the cops on a female before, there's a respectful way to do it.
Yeah, you call the non-emergency number.
Exactly.
You don't call 911.
And you talk in your whitest voice, and you say, could you please come escort this young lady off of my premises? She is no longer welcome here, and I do not want to make a scene. I would appreciate some assistance in getting this woman off of my property.
Well, actually, my question is not that I need to prepare for this at all, but how do you get a cop without calling 911?
You call the non-emergency.
Non-emergency.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
The 75.
Every city has a non-emergency number you can call to report an incident.
like in Chester County. What is it?
Yeah, I'd have to Google the phone number.
Yeah,
I had to call them like 2 weeks ago when somebody ran over my mailbox and ran over the street light that's in front of my house. So they had called the non-emergency, and then a police officer came 45 minutes later because it's non-emergency. So
yeah,
they take their time.
Because you call 911 around the point and you can get fined.
Okay, that's helpful because I'm thinking to myself, it's like everything's not an emergency, but you call 911. Okay, that's good. Good to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, my second point. Okay,
just Google it. You just Google it.
Okay.
Every city has one.
So my second thing is, again, Instagram is just like a treasure trove of issues. Dudes. Now I've said this before, but I hadn't had a real reason to articulate it in months. But you are allowed to have your own personal standards, whatever they might be. Likes, dislikes, all the things. And like I told you before about me in particular, my life didn't really start to change socially until I accepted the fact there are certain things I like and they're not negotiable. And so the reason I'm saying this is to preface what I'm about to say, which is the trend, one of the many trends out here with these toxic women. And again, this isn't indicative of all women. I just want to say that this stuff is like so crazy. I feel like it's not even really real. It is real, but it's not. So now women are telling men that it's not cool not to date a woman because she's got kids. And I'm like, okay, you judge me on a matrices of things. You have a list of things that you judge me on, fair or unfair, and that's cool because you, like I said, you have standards. So you're telling me if a dude looks at you and makes a judgment call, says, okay, well, she has kids, not into that, I'm not going to date her. That's unfair to you? There's two things going on with me. Number one, he's allowed to make a choice. Number two, there are other men out there that don't flinch when she sees a woman that he's interested in that has kids. So how are you telling me how to date and how to be social? What decisions I need to make for me? I find that crazy. What do y'all think about that?
I don't find it crazy at all. I think it just comes back to the root thing is that women don't know how to deal with rejection. So anything that seems like a rejection seems like an injustice. As a guy, you know off the bat, if you see some exotic supermodel looking woman, like there's probably a standard that the only way you're going to be able to talk to her is if you have a certain financial influence or power influence. We don't think as guys that we sexy enough to like overcome money. We just don't. Is that fair to all the gorgeous women out there who may say, well, I'm not shallow like that? Sure you're not. Sure you're not. And here's the thing. Standards don't make you shallow. If a woman's like, I can't date a man that makes less money than me, fine. I don't think that makes you shallow at all. That's a standard you have. Now, if you're the same chick and you make, if you're a woman that's doing very well for yourself and you're the top 1% of income and you're like, I need a guy that makes more money than me. And then you're going to yell out, there ain't no good men out here. No, bitch, you just eliminated 99% of the pool. Don't mean they ain't good. It just means you don't want 99% of them. And you got to be okay with being like, I like the minority. As a guy, we can be in the locker room. We can talk about things amongst our male compadres. And we don't look at it as necessarily shallow. We all got a guy that's like, hey, man, I want a woman to be this size, this. And we just be like, that chick don't exist, right? And if she did exist, she probably won't want your dumb ass. And then we can laugh about it. We can go upon our merry way. We don't look at that guy and frown at him. We don't, we just go, hey, I'm just saying, like, chances are that she exists. Like, and if she do, she don't want you.
Yeah.
I mean, look, here's it, like, because I do know guys who, 10 years ago was like, hey, I don't want to date no woman with no kids because, like, I don't want to have to deal with that drama. And, like, look, I want to start a family of my own. And that shit sounded cool. We was like 21, 22. I'm like, hey, that's reasonable. Now you 40 years old, you saying the same shit. Like, look, that still might be your standard, but you eliminating a large population of women now because you're 40, nigga. Like, if she gonna have kids, she probably already got them. So and don't make you shallow. Don't make you a bad person. Don't make you the enemy of the state. It just means you realize that there's a very small population of women out there for you now. And if you okay with that, cool. But that same dude ain't gonna be like, man, ain't no bitches out here, ain't no women out here. They're gonna be like, yeah, all the women out here got kids, and I ain't really trying to do that.
I got dreams to remember.
So honestly, man, like women, and it's not, you're right, it's not all women, but like just the social atmosphere around women is that they can do no wrong. If you 400 pounds and living in a trailer park, and some guy's like, I would never talk to that disgusting bitch. There's gonna be a whole bunch of women out there caping for her. She deserves a king. She's beautiful, and that's cool. You date her, bitch.
Well, hey, I can always count on you.
And here's the thing: I'm not trying to minimize that woman's value either. But it's like, look, it's okay for somebody not to want that. Like, I think sometimes women mistake I'm not attracted to that in as saying that woman has no value. It's like, no, that's not what I'm attracted to. I fully hope that somebody comes along and makes her happy, because I think everybody deserves to be with somebody. But just because I think you deserve to be with somebody and that you deserve happiness and all that shit, don't mean it's got to be coming from me. That's not what I'm into. I mean, we got friends who is like, hey, if you under 200 pounds, he not even looking at your ass.
That's real.
He's like, the only thing a skinny bitch can do for me is point me to a bigger one.
That ain't me.
Yeah, look, hey, shout out Tom Hanks. Greatest skit on SNL ever.
What is not a goddamn thing?
my girl, I like him sturdy, like my girl. Yeah, when he said sturdy, I was weak.
But yeah, like, so it's not like a piling on thing, man, and it's not like a, we're saying all women are bad, but like just the social constraints in the current time is that anything that attacks a flaw in a woman is toxic. Like even the mere statement of me being like, hey, I'm not necessarily attracted to a woman who is blah, 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 insert. That makes me shallow. That makes me,
woman hater.
I'm shaming something. It's like, no, I'm not attracted to that. I ain't saying nothing negative about her. Look,
well, actually, once again, based on what she thinks.
Exactly. My thing is like, you got to understand the difference between me saying I'm not attracted to her or me saying nobody should be attracted to her. Because I ain't never saying that. If I see a chick and she's not my speed, it's like, hey, couldn't be me. Move on.
Just saying.
I ain't following that.
Ain't nothing to follow. I mean, he's right. He's right. That was the thing with me. I'm like, if I don't want to date a woman that has kids, or I do want to date a woman that has kids, I have prerogative over me. Women don't have the monopoly to be empowered. Just don't. Because you're telling me, first of all, I don't even know why y'all tripping anyway, because I'm a dude makes me toxic to start with. So I'm like, for real?
How are we toxic?
It's said all the time.
First of all,
toxic masculinity.
Masculinity is toxic,
really?
according to a lot of women.
Okay.
There's no distinction between masculinity and toxic masculinity. It's masculinity is toxic.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's look, it ain't got to make sense, because I think there is some forms of masculinity that are toxic. I, however, do not think that all masculinity is toxic.
Exactly.
If it don't make dollars,
but if you on the gram, you understand that you ain't jack to start with. I do wonder to hear you get a steady diet of this. I do wonder sometimes. It's like, okay, then why you want to be with a man? Because most of the people that are saying this, or half the women that are saying this, are heterosexual.
See, here's the thing. I don't think we have a problem with toxic masculinity. I have a problem with masculine femininity. because I feel like there's a whole generation of men who've been raised by nothing but women who just have way too many feminine traits in everything they do. And that's not a negative, but it is. Like my dad was not around all the time, but I had a whole bunch of uncles and older cousins and men that said, hey, you have every right to get emotional about things. However, as a man, you can't act emotionally. You don't get to start pouting, throwing a temper tantrum, and throwing shit around because something doesn't go your way. You're a man. You got to deal with that shit. You got to find positive ways to deal with it. Sometimes you got to do nothing, let that shit fester, and figure out how to move responsibly with it. Not this generation of young men. I coach this next generation of men, and Lord knows there are a whole bunch of cheerleaders and pads.
Wow. Ouch.
Anytime something goes wrong, they pouting, they sticking their lip out, they stomping around, they screaming, yelling shit ain't fair. I'm just like, where is the man in your life? And this is no shade to women. Like, look, there's a balance. Like Chris Rock said, like, look, the 2-parent households are necessary for balance. If my daughters were only raised by me, there would be zero tenderness or softness from them because I am a no nonsense, hey, why the fuck you whining about that shit type of parent. So I appreciate the caring and the nurturing and the sensitivity that my wife provides to the kids. However, there's got to be some fucking balance because we cannot sit here and cry about our problems until they go away. That's not how problems work. You don't just get to cry and whine and say shit isn't fair and somebody comes magically fix it. It's like, hey, you can be mad about it. What the fuck you gonna do? What are we gonna do next? So no, I don't think there's a lot of there is toxic masculinity in certain environments, but femininity can be just as fucking toxic.
But see, you saying that, a lot of women would say you reducing your mom. You reducing women in general.
No,
just by you saying what you said.
And you know what? Fuck them. I mean, if
that's simple enough.
if you're gonna take bits and pieces what I say and turn it into your own narrative, fine. Because my mom was every bit of nurturing, caring mom. However, she also knew, she also realized that as a guy, that could not be the foundation of me. I was not going to be allowed to be flamboyant and whiny and waiting for somebody to come save me, because Disney teaches women that some Prince Charming will come save you. Disney don't teach men any of that shit. We got to be the ones that come in and save people.
Yeah, Black Boy Teacher Adams just said it, because 9 out of 10 will diss their own kids for a man, call them little mermaid, gave up the whole family for a dick and legs. But there's no lie in there.
No lies to tell.
Can't find one. I mean, I got a map and I still can't find one. So I'm just saying.
I'm surprised you got a map. Shit.
I put my glasses on and I cannot see the lie. Cannot see the lie.
Well, that's the hey ladies, y'all. Those are the two biggest things that I thought of right away when I found out I was doing this one. Can't choose for myself who I want to date. And apparently Cheesecake Factory is not good enough for women. So
but you already knew you couldn't choose who you wanted to date, man. The second you started dating your wife, they already were coming for you, because you weren't supposed to be able to choose somebody who didn't have the same level of pigmentation as you.
Okay.
So you already knew that. You've been experienced in that. Women been telling us who we're supposed to date, since the beginning of time.
I understand that, but see, the thing is with me, with this, what makes this particularly special is that it's like we were talking about before, where a woman has standards and men are immature. Because there are a lot of women out there that tell you they won't date a man with kids, which is fine. I mean, there are certain things that you might not want to deal with a man that's got kids. And I get that.
And I don't
but
fuck with
men
those
feel
women.
the same way.
Yeah,
There
I
are
don't mess with
certain
those women
things
at
that
all.
you're going to deal with a woman that has kids. And the biggest thing with me with this experience, not with my wife in particular, but with other women that I've dated that had kids, it's like, you don't know how to date a man with your kids. There's a way to do it. Because see, if I stay out of your business, then you look into me to discipline your kids. You haven't given me permission to do those things. I'm not going to run up in your life like that. So really? No. I can choose for me, just like you can choose for you. I don't know why they have to have different and opposite labels. So that's all I'm saying.
Hey, AG, this is going to be a very, very simple comparison, and some people might not like it, but you're right. Guys get labeled immature. Like when a guy is an adult and he plays video games, women call him childish.
Mm-hmm.
But when these women out here putting on toy eyelashes and making themselves look like actual Barbie dolls, we supposed to believe that they the more mature?
They make them feel good.
Yes,
that's what I get told.
Yes, they are. Yes, in a word, yes, we are absolutely. Mm-hmm. But yet another example of the double standard, which apparently doesn't exist when I'm calling it out. When a woman calls it out, it's a thing. It becomes, it's on the news. When I call it out, it's like I'm immature. You need to get with the program.
I just want to live in a world where we both admit that they're double standards and we just own them. Because like I know there are a lot of double standards as a guy that I benefit from. I won't run away from them.
So why do women pretend like they don't exist for them when it's for their benefit?
Well, I mean, part of that is a forced accountability.
Yeah.
I mean, the second the doctor, declared you a male and you had a penis, you were forced to be accountable for some shit.
Okay, understood. I'm just saying.
All right, thank you, AG.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. Man, the board's over here lighting up, man. So let me jump into that a little bit. So Black Morticia Addams made a statement. I'll put it up here. I don't know how or when, but you date her, bitch. Will be used this week.
Does it sound more harsh when you hear yourself quoted?
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny.
Yeah. Or does it sound about how you said it in your head?
I mean, context matters. Context matters. I mean, that there's no context behind that. Yeah. So that just sounds like I was out here just calling bitches. Like,
hey, here's what it is, right? And then KB Yako doubled down. Was like, that's a wonderful statement. Put that on. I mean, and she agrees. So
I mean, here's the thing. As a guy who had to hear women in their nonsensical rhetoric about what males are supposed to be attracted to, and when I hear women say, "Oh, she's beautiful. She's a BBW. She's beautiful." If you look like that, you'd be contemplating suicide. But you want me to go date her?
Trifling. And of course, long-time listener Moco Cowboy comes up. Is she dating a single mother? Nope. Mind your business. That's
hey.
we say that quite a bit on this show. Also, Black Morticia Addams wanted to make sure that you order your food first.
That was hilarious. I read that, but you were talking. Everyone laughed. Order lobster.
KB Yako says she ain't run up the bill like the Oyster Girl. That was probably fake too. I don't know. None of my business.
I'm gonna get the fillet mignot and
and I will go ahead and give a shout out to the Eagles. It was a back and forth. Came down to what defense decided to play at what time, and they got us.
Honestly, I was impressed with the Commanders. I was, and I
have been all year.
I have been all year because a year ago that wasn't happening.
I just hope that we don't do anything stupid and get rid of one of our defensive linemen. I think we need to keep him and see how shit goes. I mean, we dropped 30 some points today. Like against most teams, that's a victory. The question is, can we get consistent with it? That I don't know. But Sam looked like a beast today. And it's just that, I mean, our corners are young and old. So it's all crazy on that. But yeah, so appreciate you. The hey ladies. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump very quickly. We got some clips of the week today. They're all really short, but hey, they're all really fun.
Multiple? We're doing multiple clips?
Yeah, they're like 6 seconds apiece. So it's not horrible. It's not like a minute. Trust me. So, here's the first one for all y'all out there, especially to the guys.
That, my friends, is how a condom works.
Wow.
Pretty much.
Comments, gentlemen?
I mean, the picture says 1,000 words, sir. I don't know what. How do you come behind that? How do you come behind that?
I'll show you in a second.
Okay.
I mean, to get real dark, but if that kid would have like ran through it and it would have wrapped around his head and died, would that be how abortion works?
Oh, shots fired!
God.
Oh.
I wasn't expecting
The
that.
show is over. The show is over. How we gonna come back from that?
I mean,
did somebody piss you off, man? Dang! Ouch!
Jeez, that was
Ouch!
ooh, that was dark. You're right
We weren't
about
even
that.
talking about it.
Well,
Exactly.
oh
Yeah.
God! Wow. All right, Moby.
Man,
We see
wait a
what
minute!
you-
Don't start the show until I pick up the guts off the floor. This. Oh my goodness, bro! What in the world?
I mean, sometimes it be like that, I guess. All
Does
right.
it have to be like that? Okay.
It's funny because the next one.
but was it wrong?
I didn't say it
That's
was
why I'm
wrong.
tripping because no, you're not wrong. I'm just like, let me know when you're gonna punch me in the face.
So the next one is called The End. So, yeah, I guess we'll see how this works.
Oh, this is hilarious. I love this.
Hey, babe, how that peach cobbler tasting?
It's all right. I had better at the school cafeteria.
I mean, he kind of earned that, man. Come on, man. You ain't allowed.
I mean, you're right. You're right. School cafeteria was pretty insulting, but he could have said worse. He could have been like, "Brenda's is better."
He could have, or he could have just called it shit.
Oh, he could have been like, "Good thing you got good pussy."
Wow, that's not better, sir. That's not better.
But what if she didn't?
Then why is he there?
I mean, a lot of men can ask themselves that.
Trapped? Like what your child, the B stands for brutal tonight. All right, movie.
Oh my. Ooh.
And the third one. I told you it's gonna be quick, but they're all funny in their own way. This shit is awesome. You will appreciate. This is actually 30 seconds, but Moby will appreciate the hell out of this shit.
Hey, honey, how about you come in here and meet my new boyfriend? Not now, Mom. I'm busy. Hey, Champ, how are you? Oh, you don't like Champ? How about Kingslayer 14?
I've seen this one.
He's had name in years. Oh, I know. 10 years ago, Modern Warfare 2, you drop shot me. I said I'd bang your mom. You said there's no way. But here I am.
That's cold. That's
You know
cold.
You know what?
Yeah, that's cold.
Hey, you gotta kill the motherfucker now. Like, I'm just saying, like,
I mean, but why? Why?
That's awesome.
Principles, AG. Some things are just
Yeah,
principles.
principles.
Man.
Look, you just can't go. You can't be going around drop shotting people, man.
You gotta kill him. You gotta make it look like an accident. Then you gotta console your mom. Be like, I don't know. You know,
wait a minute. Okay,
these things happen.
I mean, before we say that, explain to me what is it a drop shot?
Yeah.
What is a drop shot?
So, I mean, I assume
Basically somebody snuck him.
Yeah, he got stuck.
He got snuck.
Okay. Well,
like he was probably watching something else, and a dude came right behind him, probably with a pistol, and hit him straight in the head.
Apparently, it was bad enough that happened. So, didn't he get his just due?
Well, but here's the thing.
I mean, his mama grown. It wasn't like it was rape.
Yeah.
I mean, hey.
But here's the thing.
Levels, man.
Levels.
Man. The levels. And there's some things that once you do, you just got to understand that the only course of action the other person can take is murder.
I mean,
the only course of action.
You know, there is no look. There's no way to because what can he do? He can't make a joke. He can't make a clever whip. Beating his ass ain't enough. Like the only thing he can do is either he got to leave, he got to die. Like either the boy got to leave, or that other nigga got to die.
Wait a minute, he got to die.
But
he
hold
got
on,
to die.
man. I mean, but here's
AG.
y'all completely missed the point.
I'm just saying, AG. At no point in time do you want to live in a plane of existence in which this dude can walk by you at any point in time and be like, "I fucked your mom."
You know what? I'm gonna just say you're not wrong. Because not only that, he's got to hear it too.
Exactly.
See,
those walls look pretty thin, sir.
This quote, this pretty much said, "Hey kids, we out there, you know, talking that shit. Be careful who you talking that shit to, because this dude held on this shit for like 5 generations of modern warfare.
Man,
it's on like 8 right now. Some shit. It's like, bro,
so he had to backward engineer this. He had to get his IP address,
bro.
From that, get a location. Then
the long game.
And the fact that old boy still remembered the screen name.
Exactly. Look, check it out. If you remember the screen name, you knew you was wrong to start with,
bro. It's not
man,
that
look,
wrong. Principal man.
He gotta die.
He gotta die.
Somebody gotta die.
Exactly. Somebody gotta die.
Why can't you just say, "Well played, sir"? Well played.
No.
No.
Ain't no well played, man. Look, sometimes sportsmanship is appropriate. Sometimes we just gotta fight.
So now we backed off from murder. We're fighting. I can deal with
no. The only way that fight can end is with one of us death. It's got to be a duel to the death.
Look, man, that's a calculated murder.
Die bloodshed. Come on, man.
That was a calculated murder. Once he said that shit, we can't live in the same damn house.
Once again, there's certain lines that once you cross, you got to, like in the Wild Wild West, they knew back in the day, like if you cross this line, we got to take 10 paces, turn around and start firing. Somebody got to die.
I mean, like
Tupac. Morticia Adams said he deserved it.
Well, look, yeah, nobody said he didn't.
Deserved or not, don't matter.
Oh, so none of that matters.
Deserved or not doesn't matter. All that matters is we're here now. And once we're here, the only thing that can happen is somebody got to die.
Right. So, let me break it to you in a different way. When Tupac came out on that track, the track where he talked about cheating on himself, hit him up. When he said, "Biggie, I fucked your wife," it was over after that. Like somebody had to die, because you just can't come on a track telling truth. Apparently it was legit.
First of all, Evans says it's not legit.
Whether it's truthful or not, you can't
come out and say
that. Like,
yeah, you can't come out and say that shit.
So, have we solved Biggie's murder then?
No.
I mean, but
you
still,
just said somebody had to die.
I mean,
well, somebody did.
Yeah, but
exactly. That's why I said, have we solved Biggie's murder then?
But we didn't solve anything. We just established a motive.
There's only one way
that we would understand.
There's only one place you can go from that.
Understood.
You can't doubt.
It's just like, look, O.J. Simpson did get found guilty of murder, but there were several motives that were laid in place that most people would understand. Yeah, she had to die.
So let me break it to you in a different way, AG.
No, I understand. I mean, we went straight from like a fight to somebody gotta die. Actually, we didn't win straight from anywhere. It was like he gotta die.
Line crossing, man. There's certain lines, AG. It's just certain lines.
And see, this is the difference between black people and white people. I'm gonna say
I
it.
don't think so.
No,
I think
no.
it's the people
Here
thing.
it is. I got you.
Okay.
Because for black people, first thing you think is like, yeah, this shit ain't gonna work out for one of us. But then you have Mo B's friend down in Texas who pretty much, you know, Trump talked all about his wife. And he's just like, how can I help you, sir?
So either you gonna be a punk or you gonna be a murderer?
I mean,
sometimes there ain't no in between, man.
Yeah.
So this is a switch, not a dial. Is that there are no choices in between?
No, I think between
AG and Ruben was on like there's some cultural differences. Like I see a lot of my white brethren doing things amongst their friends that I think if any of my boys did that, it's over with.
I mean, they made a show about it. It's called Ridiculousness.
Yeah, if any of my friends did that, it's over with.
Okay,
like we not doing that.
I see that. I do.
I mean, like, yo, man, straight up, man. If you were a kid and they did that shit to you that they did to that little white kid in the video, what the fuck? Like, you be cursing, you be getting a whooping because you cursing, but you be ready to fight.
Man, I mean, maybe I would be ready to fight, but my thing is, my first thought in a situation like that is I knew I started all this because of what I did.
It ain't about who started it at that moment. Because you've taken it to a level.
Exactly. It's not about deserves. Like now it doesn't matter how we got here, AG. All that matters is where we are.
Yeah.
But he forewarned me that this was going to happen. He did everything right.
All right, AG. If me and you got in an argument, and I was like, dude, if you say some shit like that to me, I'm gonna staple your dick to the wall.
Okay.
And you said it. And then I stapled your dick to the wall.
Right.
It wouldn't matter that I warned you. I stapled your dick to the wall. Now you're going to contemplate my murder. Doesn't matter how we got here.
Why you gonna be out here making choices for me, man? I would never do that.
But first of all,
I would never do that.
If anybody stapled your dick to the wall,
you be ready to kill somebody.
You are not trying to argue with them. You're not trying to get even with them. No, that nigga got die.
No, you don't. Because see, here's my thing. Just like with this kid. Now, this is what you said to me. You said, AG, if you say this to me, I'm gonna staple your dick to the wall. You have already laid down a path. If you ignite this is gonna be the end result. That sounds like F around and find out to me.
I mean, that's exactly.
You're absolutely right. But what I'm saying is, even though whatever you did completely warranted me stapling your dick to the wall, because I warned you, once I staple your dick to the wall, there's no coming back.
No, okay, I tell you what, I do understand you, but I'm just tripping at the fact that you told me what was gonna happen if I said what I chose to say.
Well, because at that point in time,
it's poker. It's poker, AG. Yes, I raised you. You called it. Now we got to show hands.
Yes. And sometimes these are the hands you show.
Here's the thing, AG. In poker, when we go all in and we show hands, somebody got to lead a motherfucking table for good.
So I can't play poker no more.
Not today,
I get that I lost a hand, but I can't play poker no more.
Well, it depends. If you bet on money. Or
hey, we went all in, baby. Like there's certain things that you put everything in. Your ass gotta get about the club now. That club is life.
Just
I have learned something today, sir. Because I promise you, every time I saw like, let's see a good example. Boys in the Hood is a great example. Because I'm like, this dude shot my little brother in cold blood.
Yeah, you got to die.
That I understand.
Just like, hey,
but I mean,
how about this, AG? You know, when we play spades, right?
Yeah.
And you get a Boston run on you, what happens to your ass? You get up off the table.
Right.
Exactly. Same thing.
That's what happens whenever somebody run a Boston on you.
But then the next thing is like, I'm trying to get back on that table and get my revenge.
I understand, y'all. I just think it's like,
see, AG, you're way too focused on the journey of how we got
man.
here. And I'm just telling you, it don't matter how you get there sometimes. Sometimes it just matters we're here.
Like, I know a dude who, person hit him in the shoulder. He asked, hey, don't hit me in the shoulder. That's not what we get down. Person laughed, hit him in the shoulder again. Look, if you hit him in the shoulder, you hit me in the shoulder again, I'm gonna smack you in your face. Ha ha ha, hit in the shoulder again, got smacked in the face. I mean, it doesn't matter how you got smacked in the face, because you had 2 warnings to be like, don't do that dumb shit. Now, at that point in time, after you get smacked in the face, you have 2 options. You can either back away, because at this point in time, you have clearly fucked around and found out. And maybe it's not what you want to do. Or you got to throw hands.
Why would you throw hands when you were wrong 3 separate times and the warning was given to you after the first time?
AG, that's
so you know what? You're right, and I cannot help myself. This is what's going on right now. I cannot help myself. Because I honestly understand what you mean, because there are certain things that, like, yeah, I totally get why I did that. But I cannot let go of the fact that I'm the one that initiated all of this. So like Moby said, which was a great example. If you say this to me, I'm gonna step your dick to the wall. So I'm like, if I find myself with my dick stable to the wall,
that's just your fault.
Chances are that was on me.
Yeah, but
it's still not going to change the fact that now
you got your dick sticking to the wall.
I'm not saying that it should, but if I make the right choice and don't say whatever I can say to cross the line with him, then I can then everything's cool.
And that's
all I'm saying.
Look, AG, one of my sayings was that if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
AG, look, if people were more pragmatic about not fucking around, there would be less people out here finding the fuck out.
That's the intro right there. That was funny. I mean, and I totally agree with it, and that's how I live my life. There is no situation in my life where somebody did something to me that I clearly deserved that I was angry about. Not one. I have never experienced anger for somebody doing something to me that I started.
Because you have this thing called rationalization. Because you look at a motherfucker's eyes, you know what? If I do this shit, this motherfucker might be crazy enough to do that.
Exactly.
And then I got to make a choice.
That just means you, like most people do a very good job of risk analysis. Most people do.
Risk analysis.
but if everybody did a great job of risk analysis, there'd be significantly less murders.
Yes, that's very true.
Truth. Truth.
So as long as there are people out here that can't help themselves from fucking around, there's gonna be just as many people that can't wait to let them motherfuckers find out.
I mean, because let's be real. If Tupac had never said,
"Nah, we're not gonna do that,"
fat bitch, I fucked your wife on a track, shit might be a little different.
Or the hip hop beef would be different. But look, the Tupac thing is complicated.
I don't know if people would be dead, but I'm just saying. Black Morticia Adams.
That was funny. Oh my goodness.
It's absolutely right.
I mean,
right nigga moment.
True.
I guess so. AG, you've never had one?
Not one. Every time, like my parents or friends or something, something happened, I got into a fight or whatever it was. I never saw a situation that I knew I initiated by making poor choices that I sat around stewing about, that I was angry about. I said, whoa, bro, how you going to be mad when you're the one that did that? You did this.
Bless you, man.
Because if you don't make that decision, none of this is happening. None of it is.
I've had too many of those that I care not to talk about.
So I
fucked around and found out too many times.
Right. And that's why I love that whole concept, because it's like, but at the same time, it drives me bananas, because it's like people like to say it, but no one wants to live it. It's like you earn this, but you're mad at the person who, reached out and touched you? Are you for real? Come on, man.
Accountability, man.
Exactly. How do we say on this show? Personal responsibility.
That's right.
Again,
I mean, like I said, when I went to middle school and the teacher got thrown out the window.
Whoa, back up.
The only thing I thought was, what did this teacher do to get thrown out the window? I wasn't thinking about the fact that they threw him out the window. I was just thinking, there's no way these niggas just randomly said, we're gonna throw Mr. Johnson out the window. That's not how I think people operate.
Oh my God. Wait a minute, back up. How you gonna just bring that up and not explain? Give me some.
I can tell you.
I don't know.
Johnson fucked around and found out.
I don't know the context. I know it happened. It happened at Peabody. They threw it won't Mr. Johnson. I don't remember the teacher's name.
Yeah,
they threw a teacher out the window.
But he fucked around and found out.
I never knew what happened. I just remember going and being like, "What did he do?"
Hey, Mo B, you know why you didn't find out? Because that shit was none of your damn business.
Oh, first of all, I've been masterful in my fucking business most of my life.
Oh my goodness!
If there was ever a superpower that one had, it would be me minding my motherfucking business. I am amazing at that shit. Matter of fact, I could have saw that teacher get thrown out the window, and I still would have probably just been thinking, I don't know the fuck he did. None of my business.
Y'all didn't hear from me.
Yeah,
shit, it ain't got nothing to do with me.
Ooh, oh my goodness gracious!
Awesome.
Told them niggas don't ever get mad at me.
What I have learned today on this podcast is there are levels.
There's everything, man.
I'm just mad you didn't know that before.
I mean, I knew that, but like I said before, for me personally, I don't live in that space. I don't understand why there's retaliation when you already knew you was wrong. So that's why, that's why I brought up the Boys in the Hood thing, because it's like the dude in the red Hyundai shoot Ricky. Doughboy comes back and shoots that dude, and then his boy should have been like, bro, we shot his brother in cold blood like a dog in the street. This is over.
Well, they thought they were.
Right.
Later, his boys killed Doughboy.
If people thought that logically, there would be no gang violence.
Well, exactly.
Because all gang violence is retaliation.
Exactly. Like I said, man, it's just my thing. I have not spent one moment being angry that somebody did something to me that I started. So again, I'm gonna just keep it like that. We're gonna move on to Moby now.
Yep. KB Echo. Oh man, Peabody was another world. Minding your business was survival. Not wrong there.
No.
At all. I spent 1 year in that place. I was happy to get in and out. So
I was there 2 weeks. Seemed all right to me because I was minding my goddamn business. Like,
hey, I mean, shout out to Peabody, but it wasn't exactly the nicest place ever. So, yeah. I mean, but everybody knew. You knew. You mind your own business, kept your head down, you'd be good. When you start asking questions, you just fucked around and found out. So,
bro, I think I ended all sentences and periods. I never had a question mark at a sentence. Like, I didn't even know what a question mark was. So I was like 19.
Oh, hilarious! All right, Moby, we're going back internationally. We haven't been internationally in a hot minute. So,
stamp my passport, sir.
Let's do some foreign affairs, Moby. What you got for us?
I mean, look, man. So, the one place you never want to fuck around and find out is Florida. I mean, we can say what we want about it. Like, look, Disney World, awesome. South Beach, but Florida ain't the place to fuck around and find out. Because if you got a little bit of fuck around, they got a lot to find out. They got a lot to find out. So, and I guess the first story in a while. So, I'll just read the headline because the headline is the story. Florida man, woman accused of slashing man's throat and tossing him over the bridge during the first date, deputies say. Wow. First of all, That nigga probably tried to take her to Cheesecake Factory. That bitch not
He tried to take her ass to McDonald's. He's like, no, bitch.
That was hilarious.
She was not having it. How you going to and looking at her? Whew, yeah, Natalie was not having that shit. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I think it's Nafi Reynolds. Yeah, so he got his throat slashed and thrown over the bridge and survived.
What?
Oh, he ain't dead?
He ain't dead. Florida man. So he had to flag down a ride on the highway as he's bleeding from his neck.
She must not have hit something important.
Somebody stopped?
I wouldn't have stopped because I'm not.
I wouldn't have stopped for nothing.
Triple M, sir. Triple M.
Yeah. So yeah, that's. I mean, I wish I could add more to the story, but that's the goddamn story. Like,
I mean, isn't that enough?
Yeah, but I mean, the more compelling story is so we got a story of Ruben's cousin, and I didn't even know Ruben had peoples in Florida, but apparently he does.
Yes, we did. He mentioned it before.
Yeah, but I didn't know how deep it went. So
what we talking about?
When I saw the picture of the guy, I said, "Oh yeah, Corey Vaughn." I guess it's Decree. Corey Vaughn Decree. I'm like, he got to be related to Ruben.
Oh hell no,
he got to be. And I'm gonna tell you how I knew he was related to Ruben because of the title of the story. Man drowns his family dog in apartment complex after argument. So apparently,
I'd have fucked that dog up too, probably.
Yeah. So apparently, Corey got into an argument with his peoples, and the way he retaliated was drowning the dog and then telling his family members, "Yeah, that's why I drowned the fucking dog."
Yo, that's awesome. That's awesome.
How is that awesome?
Can I give a high five to that
Once
dude?
again, I told you these are Ruben's peoples. Like,
yo, that's awesome. Fuck you.
Okay, first of all, how is that awesome, man? He drowned an innocent dog.
Hey, man, there were clearly some decisions made that took him to that point.
Okay.
So I'll read the first sentence tells the story. A Florida man has been charged with felony animal cruelty after drowning his family dog in a swimming pool to get revenge on his relatives. After killing the pit bull terrier, police said he went home and told his family what he had done, prompting them to call the authorities. Yeah, that was it. That's the goddamn story. He said, "I did that shit."
That's why I killed your dog. You just got to bring that shit out. Well, you ain't shit. That's why I killed your dog.
And the only thing I was wondering is like how did he bring it up? Like, did he go with the direct approach? like he just knock on the door. Yeah, I know it's a dog missing. I did that shit.
Yeah.
Or was he like playing it real cool? Like, you know, they like, oh, you come here to apologize? Something like that. I feel a little bit better now. And did he say something like, hey man, y'all seen the dog? Oh, that's right. He floating in the pool right now, motherfuckers.
I'm still going with option one.
I would have
scenario one is the one he did.
Nah, definitely the second scenario, the last scenario is better because that's how you throw a little petty into it.
But isn't it all petty? All of this is petty.
But see, because at that point in time, you already know that your ass is going to some type of jail. And honestly, once you killed that dog, you already realize shit's fucked up with you.
I mean, is it going?
Do you really realize it though?
I mean, here's the thing, man. Like, if you look at this picture of him, and then you hear the story of this guy saying, to get revenge on my family, I drowned the pit bull. I'm not sure he's gonna go to jail. I think he's gonna go to some correctional facility in which they're gonna evaluate his mental health because that boy ain't right. If you just drown in pit bulls for no goddamn reason, that dog didn't do shit to him.
But clearly, he had a reason.
I guarantee while he was arguing with his peoples, that dog won't sitting there barking at him too. That dog was minding his motherfucking business.
Well, because here's the thing, he used the dog as a representation of what he wanted to do to them.
Once again, that dog ain't had shit to do with it, Ruben.
I mean, that's sometimes it's an innocent bystander.
Man, how's an innocent dog?
No. Here's the thing, Ruben. That's why I don't think he going to jail, because you got to be a little bit off to bring the dog into it. And honestly, it's kind of brilliant.
Yeah.
Because A, he probably ain't gonna go to jail. B, his motherfucking peoples ain't never fucking with him. Because if that nigga can just drown the dog on a humbug, like, you know, he can.
What do you think it would do to you?
He just out here drowning pit bulls for the fuck of it.
If they send in a message, I don't
know, man. Because now we go back to what I was saying, and y'all are trying to correct me on, which is there's levels to this. I don't believe that his family may not just be like, "Ooh, we shouldn't mess with him." They might just be like, "Okay, it's on now." I'm just saying that's an option.
But he sent a message.
I about to say you're right, AG. They might be like, "Hey, it's on now." But when I say there are levels to it, the one thing nobody ever tries to do is out crazy insanity. You just don't do it. Once a nigga shows you he's insane, you don't try the next level insane.
Are you sure?
When have you ever heard a story about somebody trying the next level crazy?
Two crazy people
don't get together. It never happens. It never happens. Two crazy, like when they have Netflix specials and shit, or fictional stories, and both people are crazy, never fucking happens. Two crazy people don't get together, because the only way crazy actually can achieve its goal is to be around sanity. Because two crazy people just look like two fucking normal people in a relationship.
The Joker and Harley Quinn. The Joker and Harley Quinn.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But when you have a crazy person and a regular, sane person, now you can fully see the levels of sanity that separate you. Like so that, if a motherfucker drowns your dog and comes to your house and tells you, "I drowned your dog," AG, you ain't trying the next level of that shit.
Are you sure?
You're just not. The only
There's only one level to go.
Exactly. The only next level you can do is you gotta kill him.
But see, in that situation, I probably would, because I didn't earn that. I didn't initiate this.
You don't know what they got an argument about, because he was seeking revenge about something.
There is no argument that, because see, now you involve.
Now you're getting it, AG. Now you're getting it. There's no reason to go.
I didn't say I didn't get it. What I said was, if I initiated it, then I was never angry. You don't know. This dog did nothing. I'm
First
upset.
of all, you don't know if he was arguing with them and the dog was barking. He was like, "If y'all keep talking that shit, I'm gonna drown that motherfucker." And they kept talking that shit.
But you're still involving an innocent dog. All thing I'm saying is,
AG, in the scenario I gave you, your penis didn't do shit to me. I just stapled it to the wall because of some shit you said.
Touche.
Black Morticia Adams. He's a real definition of fuck y'all and y'all dog.
Exactly. Not wrong there.
I'm just saying, once a motherfucker drowns a dog on a humbug, you can only kill him. Or you just gotta say, "Hey man, you got it, bro. You win."
Understood.
You win.
Here's some money. Stay away from us. Period. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you walk home and you see your family pet hanging from the tree in front of your house with a note that says, "You just found out," you're just gonna take your dog down and you're just gonna go, "He right. I fucked around. Now I found out." And I'm good. We're good now.
So we're good now. We're good now.
No.
The next level is either he got to die, or I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. It's either he got to die or I got to leave. Same scenario I gave the gamer thing. Either he got to die, or I got to leave.
I'm 12, so I'm not leaving. So he's got to die.
Exactly.
I understand.
But are you gonna kill? I mean, that's the whole thing. That's you say you gonna kill him, but the motherfucker just killed your dog, man. Clearly with no problems.
See, this is how John Wick started. So I'm just.
And then,
the thing is, if he kills your dog,
and hung it up for everybody to see.
You know when you kill him, you got to come through on the killing him. You can't do no Jason Michael Myers. I thought he was dead shit. No, you got to do next level shit. You got
dismember his body.
Yeah, you got to shoot him, dismember the body, burn it, dip it in acid. You got to make sure at no point in time there can there be a sequel. There cannot be a sequel.
There cannot be a sequel.
Oh shit! All right, man. Thank you, Mo B. You know, it was fun going back to Florida, but now I'm ready to get the fuck out of Florida because them bitches crazy. So, all right, AG, what's on your mind, bro?
What's on my mind is this show, man. 200 episodes is a lot of episodes. I mean, it's not as many as other shows have, and I understand that. But when I think about it, we have met on a Sunday night for 200 times, or you have been here 200 times. I have been here 100 and something.
He's been here 198 times. Don't give him credit for them two. He won't hear, folks.
Come on, man. This is what we're doing. Really?
I knew Mo was going to say some shit.
Anyway, like I said, 200 times doing anything is a lot. I appreciate my partners. This show's got talent everywhere, and we show up every week. We show up every week. That's the biggest thing, showing up. But I mean, I'm just saying, it's a good show. I enjoy it. Glad to be here. Appreciate you, Ruben. Appreciate you, Mo B. It's been a blast. Not a swan song, just facts. That's what's
awesome. Thank you. Mo B, what's on your mind?
I mean, I guess kind of similar to AG, but I mean, I just appreciate having a platform in which I can do all the womanizing, say all the sexist comments, just be completely disrespectful to all members of the opposite sex.
Wait a minute, how you womanizing though?
Clearly, I don't love black women. I hate all women. I mean, so I appreciate y'all giving me a platform to do all of this hating, although none of that shit is true. But I appreciate having a platform in which I can talk about random things in a very blunt manner and have people analyze me and judge me. I thank you. Thank you for allowing the person who has almost no social media presence, who does not do anything on the internet, to have a place where now everybody can judge him for his comments. Thanks, Ruben, for making me a part of the rest of society.
I think that was a little mean.
Nah, man, it's been
what the fuck? Hold on. Did y'all just see that shit?
With the thumbs up?
Count? Yeah. I thought you did that.
You didn't do that?
No, I ain't never seen that shit before.
Hey, we've been hacked on the 200th episode.
Yo, that's crazy.
Wait a minute. Is the opposite true?
Oh, give a thumbs down. You can't give a thumbs down?
Oh, wait a minute. So he got the juice?
Yeah, apparently, because I can't do it.
That's cool. I gotta come kill you.
Wow, so that was next level. That was next level.
I guess I fucked around.
Really?
I mean,
look. I mean, that's how you gotta get the juice, according to the movie.
Yeah, true enough.
They did. You push Bishop off the roof. Now you got the juice.
Yeah, true enough.
Yeah.
Nah, man, but it's been cool to have a place where we can really just talk to each other and other people can chime in and disagree with me. Because honestly, I don't really say most of the stuff I say to be agreed with. I say most of the stuff because it's how the fuck I feel in the moment. So it's whatever. Like I don't feel like anybody has to agree with me. And if you disagree with me and you have to at least think about why you disagree with me, then cool. We just had a argument that I would never actually have with most of you people anyway, because I don't give a fuck about y'all's opinion. So thanks.
Really?
Wow. All right. Thank you, Moby. Appreciate you. I mean, hey, we asked for a question. We asked Nick. That's what he gave us.
What's on my mind, man? Like,
so awesome. So before I get into my stuff, I need to go back on the board. First of all, Black Morticia Adams, that's some fucked up shit y'all putting cat litter in a teacher sandwich, bro. Like,
ouch,
really?
What was that?
What the hell was that's some bullshit, man? And you just got detention? You lucky you didn't fuck around and find out, man. Just because she cried and shit. Like, that's some, that's cold.
I I'd have to put these paws on you, man. Like,
Yeah, I don't care who you are. Like,
yeah. Or
I mean,
I'd have to find your parents so I can put paws on them. Somebody got to catch these hands.
yeah. So yeah. I mean, that's wild, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a fair comparison to throwing motherfuckers out the window. So, I mean, it's whatever. So a couple things very quickly. I want to read something. One of my friends hit me up, congratulating me on number 200, and he wanted to say that the quote, "It ain't about money, it's about your soul," is now the official tagline for the Divorced Dads group that he goes to.
Wow. Wow.
So I figured I'll let you know that, Moby. You didn't help some people out and didn't even mean it.
Wow.
How they have Divorced Dads group. I mean, yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, look, all money ain't good money.
I mean, yeah.
All money ain't good money.
Jeez. Ooh. And then he put a nice thing on Facebook about us getting to 200. I'm not going to read all that, but if you're attached to my Facebook, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, double milestone in one day, like 4 years. 4 years doing this podcast, all because I left my other job and started working for another company and realized that I had my freedom of speech back. Because, like, in the grand scheme of things, ladies and gentlemen, I love my other job, but I work for the state, and with the state, you got no freedom, because everything you do, like, literally, they would make me sign a form saying, "Hey, you have a podcast, then you got to sign a form saying you have a podcast, and whether you make money off it." Like, what? So.
You work with kids, and you can't be working with kids and have them
not this shit.
How you talking about all the bitches and hoes you be talking about all the time?
Yeah, and then fuck them kids and all that.
Yeah.
True.
I don't know how anybody that works with kids could be. Oh shit! I mean, anybody else that works with kids could be on this podcast.
So,
oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, man, a vacation to Orlando, Florida by myself. On the way back, let's say do this shit, and that's what I did. And next thing you know, about 10 episodes, it got AG involved. Mo B had been on an episode, I think episode 6, with me, and then
I was that far in the game.
Well, you guessed it on one episode.
Because I always thought I was like a Capadonna member. Like, I was somebody who y'all just dropped in and said I was part of the real crew, but everybody knew I wasn't really part of the real crew.
You were doing that Capadonna thing around 25, but then you became legit like 32.
I mean, first of all,
your flow's better than Capadonna.
Yeah, now that I said it out loud, I don't ever want to be.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with
Capadonna?
How dare you?
I mean, he was the only person I could think of. You know what? I thought I was like the Fergie of the group, like like the Black Eyed Peas.
Come on, man.
Nah,
Black
man,
Eyed Peas existed before, but
I'll say this: at least Fergie helped make more money for the Black Eyed Peas. Capadonna ain't done shit.
I mean, you're right. No, actually, that's not true. Capadonna had a hugely important role in one song, and that Triumph song, his verse was so bad. It made you forget how bad the RZA's verse was.
Wow. Okay.
He ain't lying.
Listen to RZA's verse; it's pretty fucking awful.
It is.
After Capadonna raps, it's like it can only go uphill from here.
and he got off the beat. He got off the dope ass beat, and he started rapping about something.
And then he said perpendicular to the square.
That's what RZA said.
That's what I said.
To the square. And then he said something about Flair. He didn't say Ric Flair.
RZA's verse was awful, but Capadonna's verse might be one of the worst verses to ever be on a song that was considered a hit. And I will challenge somebody to find me a worse verse on a rap song that was an actual hit than Capadonna's verse on Triumph.
I mean,
first of all, he never
bullshit.
But he never rhymed. Listen to Capadonna verse. There's no rhyme. There's no structural pattern. It's just a nigga talking.
No lies detected.
Woo.
Yeah. So yeah, don't do that to yourself. Saying you Capadonna. That's
you're right. I'm Fergie. I'll go with Fergie.
Yeah. That's. I mean, damn.
This is infamous Moby downplaying of it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Hold on. First of all, Fergie is not a downplay because Black Eyed Peas went platinum, but not until that bitch showed up.
Okay, I tell you what, Fergie was all those things, and those are true. Fergie was not the core of the group either. So
you're
downplaying yourself. You're downplaying yourself. You do it all the time. I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Well,
you have way more importance than that. You and I both know it. So guess what?
So yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Quote me your favorite Will.i.am lyric.
I don't know.
I rest my case.
He wrote all the songs.
Quote me your favorite
songs.
But you remember Fergie's parts in the hook.
I don't remember hers either. The only thing that I remember from Fergie is when she went on her own, London Bridges. That's the only thing I remember from her.
Yeah, and Will.i.am wrote that.
Well, it's exactly my point.
Once again, you can quote a Fergie lyric, but not the Will.i.am. So Fergie was the headliner.
You can talk me to death all you want to. You're a core. She is not. I'm not doing this with you. You're important to the show. Sorry. You're just not the face. Sorry. Not doing it.
But nah, man, I appreciate both of y'all because, like I say, probably every year, I think, and y'all just look at me and roll your eyes and stuff. I mean, this is officially like the longest relationship I've been in, this podcast. And, that's sad as hell, but it's legit, I mean, but as I said, this podcast for me is about therapy. I get to speak my piece, and if you down with it, cool. If you not, I mean, that's cool too. Just don't come back in my life later after I shot you in the back of the head or something. Say I'm gonna fuck your mom. That long game was legit, bro.
Yo, he was warned. That's all I'm saying.
But yeah, thank you, Blackwood Tisha Adams. I'm glad this is the highlight of your Sunday. Yeah, I don't know when this podcast is gonna stop, but we're gonna keep it going until the wheels fall off. I mean, I don't know how long that's gonna be, but we're gonna be here till we're not. So. But I'd like to thank everybody, those who are listening tonight, those who have listened in the past, and those who will continue to listen in the future. You are part of the reason why this happens. So thank you. And the guys always like, because I was like, when we got to 50 episodes, I was like, I can't believe I'm 50. We got to 100. Same thing. 150. Yes. And the same thing for 200. I can't believe we're here. I can't believe we've been doing this for 4 years. But this is also a highlight of my Sunday as well. So appreciate everyone involved with the podcast. Once again, tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell someone about us. We are here on Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We like you out the West Coast. We like you in different countries. But we're not going to change our time for you. So it is what it is. The podcast will be out sometime this weekend. This is a little bit longer, so it might be an extra couple of days. But, thank you to AG for literally, I mean, he's been the man making the podcast sound awesome since episode 10. So, thank you to AG on that. I mean, I could just go through the list of all the craziness we've had on this show. We did keto for a while.
By we, you mean you?
Yeah, that'd be me. Yeah, I did.
You will make that correction.
I did keto for a while. Talked about that. Even talked to cousin Sabrina about it because that's her specialty. We talk about relationships all the time, and as they always try to remind me every week, is to not to get married because it's not gonna go well for me if I do. So because of my attitude, but I still want to get married one day, hopefully, hopefully, as far as, you want to be with somebody with kids. Hopefully, the person I get with, their kids are grown, so I ain't got to worry about that bullshit. Now, do I want to be with somebody with like a toddler running around and it ain't mine? That's a different story for another day. But yeah, we've done a lot on the show. We've had special guests. We had Marcus J. We had the 6 box earlier this year. First time we ever had 6 people on the show at one time. I just like to thank everybody. That's it. So once again, thank you to everybody for listening today. Thank you for listening on the podcast as well. We will be back once again every Sunday. Season premiere next Sunday, November the 5th. I think that's right. Not sure. Oh God. That's right. Fuck them toddlers. Yeah, fuck all that. If it ain't mine, I ain't chasing it. But yeah, we'll be back for the season premiere next Sunday. Hey, for Moby, for AG, thank you again. Thank you to everybody listening. And I think it's time for me to go. So, hey, as always, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and for 200 times, deuces.
Shut up. Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Nugman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Nugman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of